What's up, bigger like geeks and freaks? So today we're gonna do a little do some NECA, NECA. If you guys are familiar with them, I don't know where you've been, but there's definitely lots of NECA figures in the collectible sections in Target or Target for you more formal people. Some in Walmart, if you will. And so on. They come in all kinds of scales. Usually they're in the a lot of them on the 8-inch scale, around the 8-inch scale, but I actually picked up some very interesting figures the other day. I don't even think I've even seen the whole movie, to be honest with you. So there's the movie Puppet Master back in the day. I remember seeing parts of it. I never even watched the whole thing. And I saw these more than once. I thought I'd grab them, and I thought they were pretty cool. So basically, Puppet Master is about some puppets that come to life or are controlled by someone to bring them to life, and they're very dangerous and so on. And it's I think it's a stop motion film, if I'm correct, just for certain parts. But found these in the collectible section in Target, which I thought were really cool. They look like almost like little trunks, almost as if they're carrying the puppets in. Off they open, and inside they look like little trunks. What I like about them is they're actually about 4 to 5-inch figures. If you take a look inside here, they're quite small. I'll show you them compared next to a Big Jim, because we'll be talking about Big Jim next. Big Jim is about 9 inches tall, if you saw. So they're about 4.5, 5 inches. So this is the ultimate Blade and Torch. Blade has he's got his hooks. He's got his hook. He has his knife for hands. He's got changeable ones. He has a changeable head. And they have Torch with this giant flame coming out. It's probably easier to look at the back here because the reflection on that light's kind of bad, but you can see him out here. He's got his flame torch and so on. You can see the figures. And then they have a shot of them all at the bottom. It's actually quite cool. What I really like is this one, which is the Ultimate Tunneler and Pinhead. And we'll take a look. You can see Pinhead here. He's this giant muscular body and this tiny little head. Plus drill bit on top of his head for basically all kinds of craziness. And there's all kinds of hooks and stuff in here to go with them. And if you look at the back, you can see Tunneler's got he's got this basically this pickaxe, if you will. Pinhead has this vial of liquid in this kind of chemistry jar, if you will. So I thought those were pretty cool. NECA makes some really cool stuff. They're not cheap. That's the only problem with them. They're quite expensive. But they're actually really cool. And, they're what they are. All right, so let's move on to the next thing. The next thing is I actually got something in the mail that I'd like to show you guys. The other night, if you guys hadn't seen it, you may want to go back and check out the video. I actually had done a video on some of the companion creatures to figures like the G.I. Joe and so on. We showed the octopus from the 8 Ropes of Danger, the giant squid, some of the newer G.I. Joes, the shark, and so on, some of the sets. And then I got this in the mail. And this, again, came from talking to fellow collectors, something I did not know existed. When I was a kid, probably like many of you, you had Big Jim. Now, this isn't Big Jim. This is Dr. Steel, but he's in the Big Jim line. He happens to be my favorite figure. He's pretty badass. And he has this, steel hand, if you will. And he has his chopping action, if you will. Obviously, they came in all kinds of outfits. Big Jim was he's almost like the male Barbie. I know they have Ken, but a lot of stuff they made for Barbie was also made for Big Jim. I can't remember what the names of them, but my sister had the big Barbie plane that folded in half. When you open it was half a plane sliced down the middle. I got the Big Jim version for Christmas. She got the Barbie and so on. And there's so much stuff for them. It's crazy. This one happened to come from Daniel Gates, the Aussie man, or the Ozman himself, and with much appreciation. Thank you, Dan. We send stuff back and forth occasionally. So in discussing with them and about my whole thing, where I have this thing where I like kind of getting these different creatures that come with them, I was able to come across this bad boy, and I got him really cheap. This is actually the Big Jim Rhinoceros. I'll give you a better look towards the bottom. He's pretty hollow. He's a pretty, it's not squishy. I can tell you it's a hard plastic. It's a very good sculpt of a rhino. I don't even know if he might need a little bit of cleanup. No, he looks okay. He's not bad, maybe a little bit. On the bottom, you can see a little bit of the hollow in the legs. They're not filled in. It's basically two halves glued together. But just to give you an idea for scale, so it's like, oh, wow, that's really cool. It's a rhinoceros. But I hate to say it, it's kind of like a baby rhinoceros. I mean, he's in a kung fu outfit. Obviously, he wouldn't be hunting rhinoceros without his safari outfit, if you will. But it's kind of a baby rhinoceros. It's quite small, to say the least. It's very cool. I mean, it does have a horn. I guess it's a kind of a baby rhino, but let's take a look and see what he looks like here. And we'll give you the full picture of Dr. Steele with the baby rhino, if you will. And there you have it. You know, I mean, ow. He could do quite a bit of damage, baby rhino or not. Still a rhino. Yeah, but I thought that was actually pretty interesting. I really like the idea that they put stuff like this together. I'm gonna have to get some more Big Jim stuff. Where I'm gonna put it, I have no clue. I really don't have any clue. There's a lot of shit going on here. Darth Silicone. That would be the myth, the man, the myth, and the legend, J.S. Starbuck, aka John Shipper, aka Mr. Felonious Fabrications. If you have not, what do you mean, what the fuck, dude? What is that? Uh-oh. What's the WTF? I missed that. WTF, what the fuck, dude? What did I miss? What did I miss? Did I say something? Did I say something wrong? I have no idea. Whatever it is, you better type it because it's 30 seconds behind. I'm trying to watch my phone for the Facebook side of it because I never watch that. Oh, Skipper. Did I say, what did I say? What did I say? Didn't I say John Skipper? I thought he did. I don't know. I apologize. If I said it wrong, I apologize. Listen, if your last name was Melagrana, you would, yeah, I know what that feels like. You would know what it is too. I apologize. I didn't mean to say that if I said that wrong. I am literally exhausted. I'm running on about 6 hours sleep in 2 days. Oh my God. I'm so tired. I don't sleep too much. I always have work going on. Oh, did I say shippers? Which one? All right, you know what? We're just going to say JS Starbucks because I'm getting myself into a deeper hole, so I apologize for that. So let's go back to the rhinoceros where it started. Love the rhinoceros. Love the rhinoceros. He's fantastic. Let's give you. Does that help? Here. Does that help? There you go. There's the rhino. He's a great looking figure, and I'm really excited to add him to my collection. There's a couple things I'm still looking for. Big Jim had some shit's funny. Big Jim had a set with a giant clam. Got to get the giant clam. Dying to get the giant clam. Now, Big Jim also had an octopus, but the octopus that's in the Big Jim set, it looks like something out of like Finding Nemo. It doesn't look to me like it's that. It doesn't look as crazy. What is this from? This is from a Big Jim Safari set. I don't know which one exactly. I just bought the Rhino. There's a set, but this is Mattel's Big Jim. And what I'm showing is the size, you know, it's not exactly a full-size rhino would be a hell of a lot bigger. So it's got to be a baby rhino. But it's a great sculpt, man. Look at that. Buck, I can't believe you haven't made something like this. Buck, why don't you make a Mego figure that can go inside of there? Big Jim. Oh, the Big Jim Orilla equals Bobo. The Big Jim grows Bobo. So funny you should say that, Buck. I have one of those coming. And the cool thing is when I show it, it's actually coming. Hold on. I'm going to go see if I can look it up. It's coming in the original box with everything in it from what I saw. It looks complete. Let me see where that is because this, man, I'm telling you, the mail's getting slower and slower and slower. And it's not doing so well. Let me dig this up. Give me a sec. I'm just checking out my account over here. Should we give this person some feedback? God, I'm tired. Oh, wait a minute. It says it's coming Monday. Oh, you piece of you know what. Okay, hold on. Says it's on the I mean, this is like Jesus H. Christ, where's this coming from? All right, so here's the funny part. So it's coming this is great. It came from Niagara Falls, New York, which is a 5-hour drive from here, right? I live in Jersey. It made it to the far side of Jersey. I have no idea why they sent it to Phillipsburg. That is so far. It got there in 3 days to get to New Jersey. And then it went to Trenton, which is Trenton's a half hour from my house, and now it's sitting in Trenton. So it'll be here Monday. Like, so ridiculous. Our postal system's so messed up right now. So I have the Big Jim Gorilla with the he works supposedly. He's got the box. I believe he has the instructions. I also have something else coming. I should keep these as a surprise, but that's okay. I'll open up so you guys can check it out next time. Sorry, I'm giving them some positive feedback. It's always good to give feedback. I hope you guys give feedback on your stuff. I really do. I hope you're always doing, give feedback. They don't always give you feedback, but you should give them feedback. So I got another set coming, Buck. I don't know, I've got this Big Jim kick, and it's Big Jim in a fishing outfit. And apparently the box or the package that the outfit came in was just ruined. So the guy ripped it off the card, put it on a Big Jim, and it's cool because the fish has got to be, it's like a bass or something. It's huge. It's like if this is Big Jim, it's like this big, and it's basically like Amigo oven mitt where it's that vinyl. It's got a piece of foam inside, I guess, or air to make it look like it has some girth to it, if you will, a little girth to it. Oh, hang on, I see. All right, hang on. I'm checking out Facebook on the phone because it doesn't show me your comments here. I see Buck's comments. I see Gilbert's there. So it's really weird. I can see Buck's comments because you guys don't use the goddamn application. You got to allow it to permit. So let me say hello to everyone while we're here. Gilbert Rodriguez, George Cairns, and Danny C. or the Daniel Cohen are watching. Gilbert Rodriguez, Universal Monsters. Blade is nice, says Gilbert. Daniel Cohen says, I like the Boomerang Big Jim. I like the Boomerang Big Jim too. I see your comments in there, Buck. You're showing up. But the other guys don't. Here we go. Okay, I had to remember the legs looked like it was scaled to something smaller. What is up, Lou? Or what up, Lou? George K., the Kernster, the Karen Aroni, the Karina Rini, the Corinna Ruski, the George Meister, and Daniel Cohen. I think the Mattel DC retros were scaled down Big Jim bodies. Actually, Dan Cohen, that's an excellent comment because I believe George Cameron says, let's go USPS. I think Dan Samillo had said that the other day or a couple of weeks ago when we were talking that he believes they're also scaled down bodies. Or maybe it's Danny Gates or maybe both of them. And I don't know them too well, but I'm going to go with if everybody or so many people are putting that out there, then chances are it probably is the case. All right, let me just keep up because I'm trying to keep up here, keep up there. All right, my sidekick, he wears a bowler hat. Oh, the Big Jim Gorilla is Bobo from Felonious Fabrications. I got it. You have two now. You sent all your Big Jim stuff to Doghouse Dan. So Dan Samillo is Dinosaur Dan, and I call him that because he sold me all my original Amigo dinosaurs back in the day. He's also Doghouse Dan because he's constantly buying toys and getting his ass in the doghouse with his wife. He's got a few other names, but the bottom line in all this is that Dan Samillo is a very good guy. We all like Dan. Dan's a very good guy. He's also Samurai Samillo, if you don't know that, because he's pretty badass. And I'm going to say this, of all the 25 years I've known Dan Samillo, I never really knew what he did. Found out a couple months ago or less what he did for a living, and I would say he will always be Mr. Samillo for me from now on. You'll address him as Mr. Samillo. No, I'm just kidding. He's a good guy. Dan's a really, really good guy. We really, really like Dan. Actually, we like all you guys. You guys are all good guys. You're all good guys. All right. So does anybody else here have Big Jim stuff? Well, obviously Buck does. He's got Bobo in a bowler hat, which is the Big Jim Gorilla. And there's a dial on the back of his back, Buck, right? And it makes his arms kind of do this. Danny Gates was showing one the other night, I believe, or a couple of weeks ago. which was really, really cool. It's a really cool feature, and I was like, "Oh, I gotta go get that." It's like, "I'll just buy the gorilla," and then I saw the box. I'm like, "Oh, I can't afford it with the box." I'm like, "Wait a minute, the box art's really good. That makes it affordable. Let's go get it." And we kind of worked out a deal with the guy, made an offer, and he took it. So very excited. Also coming up, I have the Fabian. I usually don't say this shit in advance, but what the hell? The Fabian Plastica Batmobile and Superman mobile, the remote control cars from Italy. I may be working on the Tiger car, but I don't think it has a remote. What else do we have? We have a red box diver coming, a very cool 8-inch red box diver in a different box. Really cool. Really, really cool. You're going to love it when you see it. It's very, if you love that old style artwork on those boxes and the guys that put all that time into it, you're going to love this thing. This thing is badass. Very, very badass. We got a bunch of other stuff coming in. I got other stuff. I can't even think of it right now. So what I really want to do is finish up watching Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm on the last episode, and I got called out to get something done and did not get a chance to jump on there. So, so George got the Batman, the Bat was the Deathstroke Batman Mego midgets. George, we're not supposed to use the word midget. Oh, all right, everybody. Everybody's got to take a time. Everybody, I want you to go away. I'm going to have a private conversation with George Cairns. All right, George. We don't use the word midget. It's very, very bad. It's against all the ethical rules. You are to use the term little people. Just like I call Sanchez, he's a midget. Sanchez, I call a midget. Otherwise, you're to call them little people. Okay. All right, everybody can come back in the room now. We're fine. We're fine. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. Did anybody ever watch, just curiously, did everybody watch The Groove Tube? It was from the 70s. It was like, or Kentucky Fried Movie, if you ever watch those movies. But on the Groove Tube, I think Buck did. They had a segment called Coco the Clown. And it's just this crazy movie. If you never saw The Groove Tube, you need to check it out. It's like Kentucky Fried Movie, if you've seen that. Just all different little things. Oh, Munchkins. Sorry, George. I'm watching George is texting while I'm talking. Yes, George, you can call them Munchkins. Munchkins is okay. We're all right with that. That's okay. But yeah, they have a section called Coco the Clown. The clown comes out. He's like, "Hey, kids!" It's like Bozo, and he's okay. It's parents got to leave the room time. Parents got to leave, and then he gets all the parents to leave the room. Then he sits down, takes off his nose, lights up a cigarette. Yeah, sort of like we have a request from some kid, asked for page 57, chapter 3 of some book, and he starts reading this basically soft porn book to these kids. It's really funny. You have to see it. It's a very, very funny thing. It's a good thing. But anyway, that's kind of that. But yeah, no, I'm trying to watch like what's going on here and what's going on here. So yeah, so we have a lot of cool stuff coming. I'm just waiting for it to get here. But George, as far as the Deathstroke and the Batman figure, are you excited for them? You must be. You ordered them. You must be excited to get them in. Yes, Lady Chatterley. Yes, Lady Chatterley's Lover. That's what it was, Buck. I couldn't remember what the book was. Yes, 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 yes. But yeah, I was gonna say, I'm sure you're excited to get them. I saw what the pictures came out, and I guess they're coming on the smaller bodies. Somebody said they're correcting that, which is pretty cool. But I'm still curious, like, how are they correcting the bodies? Are they elongating the bandless bodies, or they have new bandless bodies? Because they all still seem to have that problem where they're snapping. I see people snapping arms off. You know, when they right out of the package, they're like, "Hey, let me pose this elbow." And oops, I watched Art Baltazar. It happened to him, and I watched somebody else it happened to too. So that's kind of a shame. You know, you really don't want that to happen on a new figure, especially when you waited for it for so long. But I guess things do happen, right? I guess they happen. They're plastic toys. You know, somebody said this before. This is not something new, but it's a shame they couldn't have made a really good deal with David Lee and Jason Schiermeyer. Their Castaway Toys Type S2 bodies, they would have been great. They really would have been great. So that's a shame. That's a real shame, but I'm curious how they're going to correct the bandless bodies. Are they going back to the original bodies that are strong or whatever they are? I don't think the design of those bandless bodies, and I get it, everybody's arguing, everybody's all sensitive and shit and whatever. Listen, fuck it. We're just telling the honest truth from the way we see it. If you don't like what we're saying, that's okay. You don't have to watch this. You can thumbs down the whole thing. But the reality is that it's like a little plastic piece of plastic holding it together. I mean, how do you expect that to happen? It's one thing if you just leave it in the car and you just leave it on the shelf. I mean, you're not going to do anything, but if you're going to take it out like some guys do, did that come out right? If you're going to take it out like some guys do it in the privacy of your own home. No, I mean, if you're going to if you're going to take it out and fondle it, try and pose it. This is just not going the right direction. If you're going to take it out of the package and it's going to snap, I mean, that's kind of blows up. You're better off with a banded body, right? I mean, at least you can replace the friggin' the bands or the elastic or whatever. Sorry, I'm so tired. The new bods are garbage, not custom friendly at all. Yeah. Well, see, that's funny. So Buck says 50-year-old toys hang up, or 50-year-old toys hold up. I agree with you. You guys ever drop a Mego from 50 years ago? Christ, I can drop a Lily Leedy Mego and it doesn't break. I can't drop those little crappy Mexicans ones because they're actually made out of just poured plastic. They're not, they're not design wells like somebody just poured liquid in there with crappy plastic and so on. But yeah, but I mean, they don't break. If the new ones are breaking, that sucks, man. What sucks is, you wait all this time, you get all excited to get it, the thing shows up and then it's broken. Anybody ever have that happen when they were a kid on Christmas? Like you get something for Christmas and it breaks right away. It's like, oh, that sucks. I remember we were living in Italy. It was our first year in Italy. Let's see. My youngest sister was, how old was Tara? 4? I'm sorry, it wasn't our first year. It was our second year. And I think my youngest sister was like 4 or 5. And my other sister was a year younger than me. And I was like 8 or 9 or something. And we got new bikes. My father's like, don't go out on the bikes till I help you guys. I'll go out with you and then we'll check them out. And we went outside against his will. And my youngest sister got on the bike. She was too small. She fell and she fucked up the bike. Like she fell and it rolled down the driveway because it was slanted, like scraped all up. My father was pissed and she was upset, and we were scared. He's like, I told you not to do that. And like, yeah, well, we didn't listen. So how do you like that? How do you like that? You just Buck says he put firecrackers in his old Migos and it didn't do anything. It just singed him. Oh, your Planet of the Apes treehouse got stomped on Christmas Day. Oh my God, Buck. You're going to have to tell that story one of these days. You're going to have to get on here and talk about how oh my God. I remember my Planet of the Apes treehouse. And I remember, it was cool, right? You had that toy and the frame would snap together, but remember having to take it apart like it never wanted to come apart. Like that plastic was not meant to do that. It was meant to be put together gently once and then never take it apart again, right? Yeah, eventually they all kind of broke. Even the ones you get today, unless they're kind of mint out of the package or really well taken care of, the pegs and shit snap off. So what are you going to do? It is what it is. Johnny Shedrick has walked in. Johnny Johnny Shedrick. Johnny Shedrick. That's right. Johnny, the only thing I can show you MIB today in box are these NECA Puppet Master figures. And I love them because they're not 8 inches tall. They're smaller. They're like 4 or 5 inches tall. I'll give you just an idea for size. Here, I'll hold them next to the big gem. Gives you an idea what they... Oh, okay. Hold on. Go over this way. Okay, there we go. Up. Boom. They're tiny. And I guess, I don't know if they're trying to be like scaled because in the movie they were really small, right? And I like that. And they've got these two. And it actually looks like it's kind of like a trunk, right? Look, it's like a trunk that you open, right? You unlock. And then out come the puppets, just like an old puppeteer or ventriloquist guy would carry his shit. He carried his stuff around. But on the back, you can actually see what it is. And if you look at the front, it's pretty nice. They did a nice job with the pictures. I thought they're really cool. I mean, I got to tell you, like, they look pretty dead on. This guy I remember really well, Blade. He looks pretty well, like, on there. He's pretty badass. And then, Johnny, you missed the Big Jim rhinoceros. I guess it's a safari set I just bought. I got it for like, I think I have it for like $5 or something, or $6, like nothing. but he's not quite a full-grown rhinoceros because you could tell by his scale to Big Jim, he's he's like at nut height. So basically, I think he's a baby rhino, but he's pretty cool. He's very light. If he falls, I think he would break. I think he would shatter into a lot of pieces, especially the ears. But I thought it was cool. It's going to go over there with the G.I. Joe characters and all that stuff. So I'm trying to watch this, what Buck's typing. Back in the day before internet, I was a member of the Full Moon Madness Club. Got postcards about the movie. Wow, that's pretty cool, Buck. I never knew they had that. That's really cool. Okay, George says, my older brother's friend broke my Lone Ranger on a snow mound in Boston, blizzard of 78. That. So how do you break a Lone Ranger on a snow mound? Was it an ice mound? And like he smacked him? How did he break that? You're still mad about it. I'd be mad too. Johnny. Daniel Cohen says, all my Playmate AJs are dissolving rubber innards. Oh, Dan, don't even let me go into that. Do they have real clothes? That's an excellent question, Johnny. I love the enthusiasm. Let's take a look. I think they do. These two don't. I don't think so. That looks a little plasticky. Okay, hold on. Here we go. All right, so Johnny, the pinhead figure, which is this guy, he's got a real sweater on. The other one, no. He's kind of like a hard molded, kind of like a 3 3/4 inch G.I. Joe. These guys, ooh, this is hard to tell. Is that molded or cloth? So, Johnny, I think it's molded, but it's not molded. It looks like they made it like a hard plastic and then put it on the body. Does that make sense? It's kind of like they glued it on. It wasn't like sculpted that way. So I think only the pinhead one is a cloth body, but they're small. SM all. I mean, they're tiny. They're little tiny, teeny tiny ones. Well, if you're Brian Sanchez, these would look huge next to you. Right, Sanchez? I know. Sanchez is never here when I'm making the Sanchez jokes. So, Dan Cohen, that's a really good point about the Playmate AJ. So, if you remember, they did Playmate AJs. They did them in the boxes, and they did them on the bubble cards. The bubble cards are really hard to find, and it's a shame. Do you guys, you realize, like, whenever they make a series, it's always like the best one doesn't get made. They show the prototype was made. So, in that AJ series, on the cards, they had one with a parachute. Didn't make it, only the prototype. When they did the Captain Action Playing Mantis figures, they didn't make the Speed Racer and the Racer X figure. Like, they make great stuff, but come on, like, get the best shit out there. That's the stuff that's the moneymaker right there. That's the shit you want to put on the shelf so everybody could see it, right? That the Racer X, Speed Racer, the parachuting guy. Shit, I'd buy two. Leave one in the box. Well, actually, one on the card. And the other one I'd open up and I hang that shit from the ceiling up above. I let that shit hang. It'd be really cool. Yeah, Playing Mantis. So they have those black rubber rings inside them, if I remember correctly, like Mego. And it goes through the head, through the arms, down the legs and back. And those rubber rings and then what happens to the package, you just watch the head go and it just falls off. So you have a figure with the head rolling around, then everything starts falling apart, if you will. Yes, Buck, excellent. They are restringable. The only thing that sucks is if you get the carded ones. Usually in the carded, I think in the carded ones, they have like the plastic around them. So if the head pops off, you won't see it. But if you do have them loose, they're restringable. So I have a loose set, I have a box set, and I have a carded set. Really like them. I do. I mean, they're completely different. They're not really the AJ stuff that we're used to. Obviously, stuff that Castaway put out with David Lee and licensed off to Mego were pretty. They were more accurate, obviously, but they're cool, man. The Spy set's the best set in my opinion. I mean, he's got the laptop, he's got a floppy disk, he's got a CD-ROM or CD goes in it. He's got the suitcase with the hidden section where the gun comes out and you put it together, kind of like the old Planet of the Apes treehouse bench, weapons bench. You flip it over, you put it together. It's really, really cool. So, but yeah, Daniel, I know the rings are decomposing, but you can fix them if you want. All right, let me see what else is going on here because I'm watching Buck on here. I use the Spy Guy for custom Hawkman. Buck, how come we didn't see pictures of that? Where's the pictures of your custom Hawkman? We didn't get to see that. Don't hide it. Divide it. Let's see it, bro. All right, let's see. Do they have? I love it. Johnny says, "Do they have real clothes?" How do you guys remember the snowstorm of '78? Was I here? No, I wasn't here. I was living in Italy at that time. I was in Italy. Playing Mantis. Yep, Playing Mantis. Can't keep them straight. That's what Playing Mantis. You're right. You're right. You're right. Okay, let me just go over here. Oh, Playmate AJs. I'm sorry, Daniel Cohen. Yeah, it's Playing Mantis, not Playmate. It's Playing Mantis. Playing Mantis also did the remakes of the Captain Action figures with the window Velcro boxes and the outfits, and they were really great. And I'm sure a lot of you guys, well, I'm sure some of you guys have them and collect them. And I did this video a while ago, but did you guys see the Ultraman set? Did you guys ever see the Ultraman set that they made right around the time Playing Mantis redid Captain Action? I showed it here once before. If you haven't seen it, I'll be happy to show it to you again. It is one of my favorite sets ever because I love Ultraman. The old Ultraman, the one from the 60s, not all the Ultraman Leo. I mean, they're all cool too, don't get me wrong. But I like that kind of original Ultraman where they used to show the show and it was like, it all twisted. And then it kind of untwisted. And then it showed Ultraman. They'd play the music. A baby rhino, that is correct. Johnny, it is a baby rhino, but he takes a large dump. He already shit on my table. I got to clean that up. In the movie, yes. So Gilbert, you're right. The Puppet Masters in the movie, they lived in a trunk. That's what the box is supposed to look like. It's supposed to look like a trunk. Oh my God, dude, your friend smashed your Lone Ranger? Yeah, he is a prick. We should find out where he lives and go toilet paper his house. Let's get some toilet paper like Mischief Night. As a huge Lone Ranger fan, I'd be Johnny be pissed too. Let's say I was sure because I was thinking about it. They're really cool, Johnny. Johnny, I don't know if you just get figures that are. Hey, Thomas, I see Thomas Sawyer came in. Good, Thomas. Everything's going good, man. We're just shooting the shit right now. We showed some Neca Puppet Master, and we showed this really cool Big Jim Rhino, but it's a baby rhino because it's definitely not the scale. Johnny, do you just collect figures? Do you just collect figures that are cloth? I know you get NECA figures too, but do you only get the ones that are cloth? I don't know if that's the case or not. I never asked you that before. I don't think I did. Tom Sawyer remembers the damn snowstorm of '78. Wow, you took your Spider-Man and Batman out in that snow and you had the time of your life. That's badass. How do you guys remember? You were 7 years old, Johnny said his school was closed for a week. Damn, Marcus Aurelius has walked in. Marcus Aurelius, Hellous Maximus. There we go. What's going on? Man, you guys must have had fun. George was 6, Johnny was 7. You guys remember the snowstorm? This has been one hell of a snowstorm. Okay, so Daniel Cohen says, let's see, I have Green Hornet and Kato, and Johnny needs Lone Ranger Mitten Box. So we all need Lone Ranger Mitten Box, unfortunately. I don't think we can all afford it. I don't think I can afford it. I have Tonto in the box. And I have Scout in the box, right? Yeah, I have Scout in the box, but I don't have the Lone Ranger in the box. And the Lone Ranger figures, they were really great. Like, is there anybody here who didn't have them as kids, or at least one of them? So I had some Migos, some GI Joes, some Big Jims, and Lone Ranger. Lone Ranger was great. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys the Captain Action Ultraman set. It comes from Japan, and to give you a little background on it, I didn't know it existed till a couple of months ago. So Rich Hurley, who you may know as Dr. Durant on Dr. Durant's Sanctum. Oh, by the way, Johnny Shedrick, for those of you guys who don't know, which I don't think anybody doesn't know, Johnny's page, MIB Master Toy Museum. You need to check that out on YouTube. Everything he has is boxed and never opened. It's fucking unbelievable. So if you're new in here, you need to check that channel. It's great. It's really great. Just search him out on YouTube or just go in the Migo like and say, Johnny, where's your YouTube? I think we have it posted in there, pinned somewhere. But Rich Hurley or Dr. Durant with his channel, Dr. Durant Sanctum, he was at a store and the guy apparently is like the #1 Captain Action collector. Like this guy knows everything. He has everything, whatever. And he was talking to Rich about the Ultraman set. That's where I learned about it. And I went fucking searching for it. Man, I'm going to tell you, it cost me 2 kidneys and my left nut. But it's actually a really cool set. Let me get that. I'll show that to you guys. I'm trying to watch comments on both. Check it out. They're flying by. So Johnny says, just before I grab it, okay, or on the card. Johnny, actually, so that's a good point. So the Lone Ranger stuff came boxed and on the card, and then there were sets where it was the Lone Ranger and Silver were in one box. I mean, there's just so many variations. It's tough, and it was Gabriel, and I think Mark's owned Gabriel for a little bit, Lewis Marks, or Gabriel and Lewis Marks, I forget. It was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah. I just bought a couple of Bindies from the 70s Aquaman Batman, actually, and one was made supposedly in China. So Tom Sawyer, I didn't think Thomas Sawyer, I don't think did they make shit in China in the 70s? I thought it was, I mean, Hong Kong it's technically China, but I thought it was all labeled Hong Kong. Okay, so you pretty much so Johnny, you collect everything, but your clothed figures are your favorite. I agree. There's something about this action figure, or if you want to call it a doll, if you will, and the clothes that just makes it more appealing. You have more options with this, right? Like this is Dr. Steel. The one I used to have was in a yellow outfit with a black dragon on it. It was really cool. And Dan Gates sent me this one, the karate outfit, which is cool too. I love this figure, but I have options. I can change them, right? Whereas opposed to some of those kind of hard bodies, like the 3 3/4 inch Star Wars figures, you can't really do that much with. All right. So Buck says, let's see. Oh, and the Captain Action people that bought it hated the Ultraman set. I love it. I love it. I didn't put it on, but I love it. Buck remembers the storm too. My Torino broke down and I had to stay at the apartment over the bar with the waitress. Damn. That doesn't sound like such a bad snowstorm. I bet you remember that. I bet you remember that. Okay, so China with a plastic cape. So Thomas Sawyer, take pictures of the stuff that you want identification, post them in Meagle like. You'll get responses. If people know or have some clues, they'll hook you up. Roger Sancho, but I love those two. So Johnny, do you have other Lone Ranger figures, or is that the only ones that you're looking for? Do you have other ones? Yeah, and George, like my Scout box is okay, my Tonto box is okay. It's not great. Like it would never make it to Johnny's museum, even if it was never open. But I like the artwork on them. I think they're good. And I love the fact that other knockoff toys stole their artwork, like More Toys from which is Mort Alexander, A High, a couple others stole that artwork, if you will. One of them actually stole the artwork, and all they did was remove the mask from the Lone Rangers. It's crazy. I got Lone Ranger a couple of years ago. Okay, cool. You're welcome, Johnny. All right, let me grab that Captain Action set. I like it. I'm sure there's people got criticisms. I'm not as critical on that kind of stuff, but let me grab it. Give me 1 sec. I'll be right back. I'll show it to you. And you guys tell me what you think, if you like it or not. Okay, I got it. All right. So let me bring this. All right, so let me bring this up and show it to you. I was a little pissed when I got this because it came from Japan. It was expensive and it cost a lot to ship. And this dillweed that shipped it, instead of putting it in a box and shipping it, he put it in like a envelope, like a bubble envelope. I'm like, dude, that's a window box, dude. It's like it wasn't like $3. All right, so let me give you a little look at what we got to give you guys an idea. So this, for example, is the Captain Action Playing Mantis Green Hornet. The Kato set. This is just the outfit. Now there was a box window Velcro that had the figure and so on. And this outfit, and they also did the same thing for the Green Hornet, but this outfit's actually different than the one that came in the box. And we did videos on this and we talked about that. And if you take a look at the back, there's the Racer X that was never produced. I forgot what the other two were supposed to be, but one of them was supposed to be Speed Racer and it was supposed to be on the Action Boy outfit, Action Boy figure, which Action Boy only came in the box. That's all they made. But the other ones are really cool. I love the Flash Gordon one too. It's very Buster Crab. All right, so you got to look at this, right? Gives you an idea. Take a look at the side. Captain Action. You look at it this way. Okay. These guys actually, when the Playing Mantis line kind of died, they eventually evolved later into about 2012 into the round 2 figures that have all those Marvel sets I was showing you guys before. Okay. So this is the Captain Action figure for Ultraman. First of all, obviously it's in Japanese, which is really cool. I actually, believe it or not, took Japanese in college and spoke Japanese and even wrote in Japanese for a while, but yeah, I didn't get too far to practice. This is the back of the box, and this is the actual Ultraman that I love. This is the one that I love. He's that 60s one. I love it. And this is what it is a 50th anniversary Captain Action set. You can see it's right here. So they're similar, right? They're similar. This is made by Playing Mantis, right? All these, but this one was made by Medicom. Now, Medicom makes a lot of stuff. They're from Japan. They make a lot. As you see, this one got creased. Can you see the fucking crease that wasn't here? So pissed because I got crushed. Anyway, so Medicom makes a lot of toys. They make a lot of cool stuff. They make a thing called Real Action Heroes, and I'm going to do a video on that where they did a Godzilla series with Godzilla, Gaios, two different guys, with silver and green, Gamera, and basically when you take the figure out, there's a Combat Joe, which is a 12-inch GI Joe made in Japan, um, and then they put it inside a rubber suit, very similar to what Buck did with his Godzilla, and with his Swamp Creature in the Black Lagoon, and his Sleestack. It's basically a rubber kind of silicone outfit over the figure, over a figure. So it's a figure under, and it's really cool. The ones that they did, they were so true to life. They did the 1954 Godzilla, and when you look at the figure when it comes out of the box, it looks right off the, those cheesy Japanese films, the Toho films, which we really like. But this is actually the Ultraman set. It's got some Japanese writing. I have to look. I'm pretty sure it says Ultraman, but it even has some of the graphics. If you guys remember the beginning of the Ultraman show, and they did some of the kind of the graphics, and they just show like silhouettes of some of the monsters. This one I can never remember his name. He's like the dude with the big claw hands. I can never remember, but you've got the mask. And like I said, it's not like perfect. So it's gray instead of silver. It's like dark gray. It has there's a like a plastic body, half a body headpiece inside here to kind of keep it filled out in the package. And I think that's basically it. It's the outfit and the mask. I don't think there's anything else. That's pretty much it. But it's a 50th anniversary Captain Action. They kept it in line with the Playing Mantis stuff and so on in the originals. And I thought it was really cool. I like it. I think it's cool. I mean, there's some differences in the box there, but I thought that was cool. All right, let me see. So Dr. Quest. There we go. Thank you, Buck. Buck knows all this shit. He's like the fucking. That's why he's a group expert. So the Hawk. All right. So you put the Hawk Pixar up, Dr. Quest and Race Banyan. Thank you, Buck. And there was supposed to be a Speed Racer for the other one. Let me go check out the comments on here. Let's see. Okay, so I think I have a Captain Action Flash Gordon too. The one thing I like about the Playing Mantis stuff, most of them are reasonably affordable, and most of them aren't, too out of range, but some of them are expensive. The Phantom outfit, the actual Phantom, just the outfit. I got mine for a really good price because the person didn't know what they were selling, but they're usually expensive. The Lone Ranger one that you get in the box, the first one they issued was in the red outfit, the original Lone Ranger in the red outfit, and then they issued the blue one that we all really like, or that we all really know, I should say. Lou, do you have the Numigo Ultraman? Excellent question, George. Love the enthusiasm and love where you're going with this. You sandbagging son of a bitch. No, I do not have the Numigo Ultraman. Um, uh, George, I actually stopped buying Numigo in right after Migo Meet. It was probably 2 months after Migo Meet, maybe a little more, a little less. I don't have it. I did watch a video when it came out, and I watched this Australian guy talking about it. He has a pretty big YouTube channel, and he took it off the card, and the hand fucking fell off of it. And I'm like, oh God, no way, no way. But I understand they're actually pretty good. I know Johnny has it, and I think Johnny did a video on it, if I remember correctly. And speaking with him, he says it's good. It's actually good. I think the hardest part with those when they're silkscreen, if you stretch the outfit, then the silkscreen starts to crack, right? They had the same problem, the famous covers, if you will. It's tough to do that, that kind of thing. But yeah, but I do not have it. I'm assuming you have it. I think you have it. So Dan, you think you have the Captain Action Flash Gordon. That's an attainable collection because there's not too many sets there. It gets a little tough on some of the more expensive ones. Like I saw the Phantom outfit going for 180 to 200. I didn't pay anywhere near that. But I've seen it, but you can obtain that whole collection pretty easily, which I think is pretty good. Love that. Pretty cool, man. Thomas likes that. Oh, George, George, you sandbagging son of a bitch. George was being sarcastic. George, it's tough to watch what I got on the screen while I'm watching Buck's comments because he actually uses the app properly. You fuckers just go on Facebook and you don't put the app up. So I gotta watch this phone and watch it, guys. As you can see, I gotta like keep hitting it to scroll so I can see your comments show up. So I'm trying to read, talk, look at this, do that, check this out, do this and the other thing. So George Karens, you sandbagging son of a bitch. George, do you have the Ultraman figure? Do you actually have the Ultraman figure? I'm gonna guess you do. I'll bet you have it. So listen, so this is interesting. So I wish I could post this in here. So Thomas Sawyer said, "Don't hate me, but I have all three of the new Mega Ultraman." That's cool. Listen, you collect what you like. Do not let somebody tell you what you should and shouldn't collect. Like I don't collect gem figures, right? But Tony Schwally does, and Tony and I have talked about them off camera and everything, and we've talked about them. And he showed me some shit that's really cool. You know, there's things like I know, like other people, like even Johnny Shedrick has some Barbie figures that he collects, and he collects, whatever attracts him. He's not buying every Barbie, and if he did, who cares? Like you buy what you want, you collect what you want. I think that's I think Rich just came. Is that Rich? Yes. So, all right. So, look. So, Rich Hurley, aka Dr. Durant's Sanctum. That's Rich Hurley, Dr. Durant's Sanctum, who just came in. He said he has all three too. And listen, nobody's gonna fault you for buying that shit. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. Nobody's gonna fault you for buying their stuff. If you like them, buy them. Don't like. In all honesty, there's people who, like even Buck said, he said the guys at Captain Action Collectors didn't like this, so it was a piece of shit. I mean, it's gray. It's not kind of shiny like Ultraman. It's gray. But I love it. I just love the Japanese on it. I love the Japanese language. I love the symbols or their symbols for their alphabet. The Japanese people do some, I mean, we all know they do some crazy shit. They got the craziest game shows. They got the nuttiest, like, fucking uh people run around rolling in giant soccer balls, having to go over a waterfall. I mean, they did the craziest shit. Anybody ever see Buck, what's the name of that show? Something Castle. They had an English name for it, and they had the Japanese one, and it was funny. They dubbed it in English, and the guys would just do all this funny shit. I know you know what it is. I can't remember what it's called, but it was a game show. It was really funny. Um So Rich says that he has all three of the Ultraman, Mega Ultraman. They're pretty cool. Yeah, I think Ultraman's a really cool character. I don't remember which one they did. They did the regular Ultraman, which is this one, right? They did the original, which is this one. Then they did Leo. Is that right? And did they do Tiga? I don't really know the other ones too well. I know the other ones. Every time I think of the other Ultraman, for some reason, what comes to my mind is Space Giants. Did anybody ever see Space Giants? We were born. It's born around Philly, and that's where we're from. They had all the good TV shows around Philly. They had Space Giants with I think it was Goldar. I'll bet Buck remembers that. I think he would know that. Ultra 7. Okay, so Ultraman Ultra. Yeah, Ultra 7. And now remember, Poppy did an Ultra Tiga. Okay, so Ultraman, Ultra 7, Ultra Tiga. Now I don't have any. I had all the Poppy figures at one point. I don't have the Ultraman anymore. They were, these guys, the Poppy boxes. This one happens to be Kenawashi. This one I got a good price. I love this figure. And then I have one of the Cayman Riders, but these guys made Ultraman figures. And the Ultraman one, when I got the Poppy Ultraman before I sold my collection, I was like, wow, greatest figure ever. I just cased him up, like nobody's touching him. Matter of fact, I put him in a place in the basement where nobody could find him because I loved him so much. But no, there's nothing wrong with that. And the other thing, like, look, we all have our opinion what goes on, and everybody has what they like. Everybody collects what they like. But if you love it, like I said, you collect it because for whatever reason, whatever memory it sparks for you, or you just want to complete a collection, or it's something you remember as a kid, that's great. Plus, they're affordable. I mean, for the most part, aren't they really? I mean, are they worth what they spent? I don't know. I mean, that's up to you, right? Something's only as worth as much as somebody wants. So I have a Buick Grand National in the car. I was like, oh, it's a great car, okay. So at one point, I actually went to sell it. I don't know why. I must have been fucking drugged up on medicine, or something, or too much Red Bull. Um, no, I'm just kidding. I don't do any of that. But I was actually considering selling it. And it's really funny because the car value is high, but you have to find somebody who wants to spend that. Everybody wanted to come in and buy the thing for like, nothing. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? I'm like, I'm not selling it for that. Like, it's only what you're willing to spend. Like, I spent I think it was $5.60 on this plus the shipping. He's up there, $20, $30, whatever. Somebody will pay more if they want it. Depends how bad you want it, right? How bad do you want it? Like this? Should I have spent the money I spent for this? No. Are you fucking kidding me? But I love it, so to me it's worth it. So you collect what you want. That's the goal here. That's the bottom line. That's really what we promote. And if somebody doesn't like what you're collecting, fuck them. Just scroll on by them. That's all there is to it. Let me see. All right, hold on. I'm going up. So Buck says, yep, he remembers all my stuff. We actually didn't have Ultraman or Space Giants in my area as a kid. Really? Star Blazers was good. Everybody's loving some Star Blazers. I don't know what Force 5 was, but I do remember Star Blazers. Captain USA and USA Cable. I didn't know that. I have been on the hunt for the Collegeville Space Giants. Jesus. If you find that costume, Rich, I would love to see that. The Collegeville for that. I didn't even know they made one. I give you Tree Fitty. Jet Jaguar was cool. You know where I saw Jet Jaguar? I went to see Godzilla versus Megalon. And if I'm correct, that was the one I saw at the movie theater. My father took me. I begged him. And I think that's the one that has Jet Jaguar in it. And Johnny Sacco. Oh my God. Johnny Sacco and his flying robot. That was huge in Philly. Ultraman, then Johnny Sacco. That old fucking that actor must have got tired of doing that crazy shit. But yeah, that was a great show too. And the little kid with the Johnny Sacco with his little radio. Japanese got some crazy shit going on. Godzilla versus Megalon. I saw that in the theater in Jesus Christ, that was before we went to Italy. We went to Italy in 1976 or Christmas 75. So when did that come out, Rich? Was that like 74, 75? It must have been, I'm thinking. Johnny's got Johnny's not going. I'm sorry. Johnny has all. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Whoa. Hang on a second. Oh, George is going. George, you sandbag me, then you go to sleep. You mother. You got. And you. Dare you. Don't ever do that again. Okay, just kidding. Good night, George. Have a really good evening. Thanks for stopping by, man. Really appreciate it. And good night, as he says. Johnny, you have all 4 of the Mega Ultraman figures. Rich, you have 3. What are the 4? Somebody fill me in with the 4 because I know the ones that Rich has. Johnny, there's another one? Because I did not realize that. I haven't really followed up on them other than what people are talking about. Want to buy an 88 920. Wow. And a lifetime repairs. Yeah, listen, old cars are tough, man. The thing about old cars, they're labors of love. I got a 68 Mustang in the garage. It's almost finished. It was all finished and I had it redone. Now it's almost finished. And I cry every time I look at it because it just needs to be painted, the vinyl top put back on, and then I just put all the trim on. It's ready to go. I purchased a few of those back. So the Talking Turbo Man. So, all right. So 2 things. One, are there 4 Ultraman Migos? I thought there were only 3 from what you guys are telling me, but I don't know. And the second thing is the Turbo Man figure that I see in Walmart now. That's a remake? Is that a remake or is that from like that movie with Arnold Schwarzenegger where he's like, was it The Last Action Hero or whatever it was? Was that it? Where he was like fighting to get that doll for his kid or something like that? Ultraman Jack, Ultraman 7. Oh, so there are 4. So Rich, you don't have Ultraman Jack? And how about you, Thomas? So you don't have Ultraman. When did they come out, Johnny? Were they all like in the same timeline? Or were some of them like later? Jingle all the way. Okay. I'm trying to like manage the Facebook chat and this chat all at the same time. Right. Yep. Because there are four. I have all four as well. Just check. All right. So you have Ultraman Jack. So Johnny comes through with the big one. Ultraman Jack, Ultraman, Ultraman 7, and Ultraman Tiga. I know what Ultraman looks like. I know what Ultraman Tiga looks. Is Tiga blue or red, or one of those are blue and red? Is that one? And then Johnny says, "Come on, brother, MIP. I got everything." That's true. That's true. That's true. Did you get the Rona, Johnny? I don't know if you got that MIB. Did you get the Rona? And Randall Wall steps in, the mad Randall, the master of play sets. Unbelievable. So you guys, we're gonna like jumping all over the place, but so you guys know I showed some of the play sets that Randall did, and he did them in the smaller scale, like the Final Faction size. He does that stuff in vintage 12-inch GI Joe size too. I still don't know how he does it. I really don't know where you get the skills or the time for it, but man, that guy's got some shit going on. All right, so Tiga, and so welcome, Randall. Welcome, 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 welcome. Tiga's in blue and red. Hello. I like that. So, Johnny, I want to show you something. I think you've seen it before. Well, I'll show all you guys something. I want to show you this Ultraman stuff that I got. They're from Japan. They're like Migos, but smaller. I want to show them to you. Tell me if you have these, because if you don't, these are really cool. Give me a second. I have them right here. Take me a second to get them. Let's see. Okay, well, they were here at one point, and now they seem to have disappeared. F me. Oh, really? Ugh. Every time I do a video, I hope you guys can hear me now because I got the thing on. Every time I do a damn video, I wind up making a mess in the basement and having to put a mess on the shelves. I'm going to put it all back. All right, give me a second. I'm going to show these to you guys. I think I've showed these before. I'm going to show you guys a custom. And I forgot who sent me the custom. I forgot to put the damn name on the custom. I'm very upset because I love it. Game. So let's get this together. All right. So this is something. This is 13-inch or 14-inch. I forget. I bought this years ago when I first started collecting. Amanda was 1 year old, and I bought this, and I opened it because I didn't really know you weren't supposed to open the shit, but I opened it. It's from Bandai. He's a very posable Ultraman figure. I don't know which one he is. Is that Tiga? He's pretty cool. He's got this big gem on. You can't really see. Fuck it. It's already been opened. I haven't opened this in 20 years since I first got it because I opened when I got it. But Johnny's gonna have a heart attack. But he's got like extra hands and shit down here. And there he is. And he's in this plastic, which actually opens. And this is the figure. Is that Tiga? Is that him? This is from Bandai. You could change his hands. He's zippered in the back. I didn't want to move him because it's silk screen. I'm terrified to mess him up. But I think that's Tiga, right? Is that correct? Is that Tiga? Oh, Jingle All the Way. Okay, that's what it's from. Okay. Sorry, I was asking about the Turbo Man before he put Jingle All the Way. So you could change. It's from this is Japanese, obviously. It's not Bandai selling here. They sold in Japan. I got it probably on eBay years ago. Back then I didn't really know what I was collecting. Like I didn't know what to collect. I was buying old Migos. I was buying Tomlin. Actually, this is before the Tomlins. Actually, I'll tell you what my first collections were. I got a box of old Migos from my ex-brother-in-law that he found in his attic. So he gave me those. And then I bought Lone Ranger in silver, Tonto and Scout. I bought some Godzilla toys, like this Godzilla monster. It was imposable that I bought at the store. That figure, and just a couple pieces like that, just random stuff. I wasn't really sure I was doing my collecting. It took a long time for me to get situated. This is actually custom that somebody sent me, and I forgot. They sent to me like I think 2 years ago. I was very excited when they put that together. It's really cool. When people do shit like that, it's so nice of them. Like they take the time to do stuff. He messaged like, "Hey, I want to send it to you." I have to remember who sent it to me. I'm trying. I could see the message, but I can't see the name. I'm fogging out right now. All right, so let me show you these other things that I have. There's carded versions. Well, they're kind of carded. They're more like resealable clamshells, and there's box versions. Now, these are the ones that are the resealable clamshells. They are from Japan. I'm assuming this is Ultraman Tiga. Is that right? Sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep there. Let's see. Hold on. Oh, shit. Hard on time. Let's see what Lou's got. Lou, I've got some Ultraman knockoffs I bought in Thailand and Hong Kong. Randall, why are you not posting pictures of that, Randall? Let's see some of those knockoffs, man. Let's see that shit. All right, so this is a resealable clamshell. He's 6 inches tall. He is wickedly posable. I mean, badass posable. Then he comes with what's this creature? This monster. I can't think of his name. He's in there. He's like a little plastic miniature version, just a little stand-up figure. But he's really great. Let me show you the other one that I have on the resealable clamshell. And I don't know if this is Jack or whatever, but he's all in blue. The head's a little bit different. He comes with kind of the same figure in a different pose, if you guys could see that. And here's the figure. Again, wickedly posable. And there's only 2 in this series from what I see. They're actually here. I've only found 2, and I bought these ages ago. I don't know what they go for now. They're expensive, but these are the gems. Same. Oh, here, let's do this. I'll show you the same thing. Got this right? Yeah. So these are the same size. These, I think, are the same manufacturer. They're just boxed. So we have this one. Again, he's a 6-inch Ultraman. Superbly posable. The Japanese art on it is really cool. I really like Japan just does some really great stuff. This must be, I think this is Leo. He's got the thing that goes on his head. I don't remember. One day I'll have to relearn Japanese and be able to translate this shit. But here he is, another one. They're all the same scale as the ones even on the clamshell cards. And you can see he's got the piece that goes on top of his head over to the side there. Are you ready? This is my favorite of the favorites. And man, it's a little dusty. The actual original Ultraman. Again, he's the same. He just fucking took a shot. He's the same size as these guys right here. They all fit. They're all on the same scale. They're all the same posability. And I love these things. Ultraman is one of my favorite. I watched him religiously as a kid. I have the DVDs I put on once in a while. These, interestingly enough, I don't know why. They had these pop outs on the side. I don't know if it's like to grab it, but these could be popped out. Again, I don't know. And there they are. And I thought they were really, really cool. I think you were correct. Tiga. Okay. I don't really know. I'm not good. The only Ultraman I know is the original one as Ultraman, and that's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So Jack is blue. So I think, so Johnny or Rich, you guys or we could Google which Ultraman Mego made that was Jack. Is it blue? I don't know. Like I said, I haven't really bought them, but my God, get whatever you guys like. Obviously, the goal here is for you guys to enjoy yourselves. Don't be forced into buying what other people should tell you. The room's called Mego Like, but it's not just for that. We talk about all kinds of shit, right? Which is really cool. We want you guys to talk about stuff and show whatever you want to show. I was talking to somebody the other day who said, I don't show my collection. Nobody knows to come to my house. You could see it, but I don't show it. And I know other people that do that too. They don't want people to see what's in their house. I mean, sometimes their shit's so good, like they want somebody like breaking in, or trying to find stuff. But then there's other people that don't want to show because they don't feel like their collection's up to par. There's no such thing. If you could have 2 action figures, it doesn't mean your collection is any less than anyone else. Show them. Why not? I mean, there's so much shit this is what, Rich, was this a couple months ago we were talking about this and I ran out and bought it. I didn't know anything about this. I've had Captain Action. I had all of them, sold them all, rebought them all. Had no idea they existed. I talked to Rich. So all the sharing and the stuff that goes on. There's so much stuff, Mike, like Brent's dolls. I mean, I know Brent Sorson, but I didn't know he was doing all that. Yeah. Randall Wall's Secret Places. I would have never seen this stuff if I didn't share this with you guys in other rooms. And I think that's what's important, is that you guys you share and you learn, and then you collect what you want. Like I said, I don't have the Mr. T doll. Will I ever get the Mr. T doll? I don't know. I kind of go back and forth about it, but I know a lot of people have it and they love it. Um, I don't have. I actually have one 12-inch Star Wars doll that Buck sent me. It's Princess Leia. And would I ever buy them? Sure. If I could afford them, I would. You know, I would. I absolutely would. Hold on, just make sure I'm like scroll down here. Is this right? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I wasn't updating there. Okay, so yep, I went to that shop again last. So Rich was telling me the story. I told a little bit about Rich, how you went to that shop, and the guy you were talking to was like the oracle on the Captain Action books and stuff are all with his collection, so on. So I think that's really cool. And Randall Wall's stuff is redunculous, we'll say. Absolutely unbelievable. If you guys haven't seen it in person because you don't have any, my God, you need to check it out. You need to check it out. He really does good stuff. You have the Star Trek and Frankenstein set. I have the Star Trek, the Frankenstein, and the Batman set. Max got the Batman set also. I know he has a Superman set. Plus, I have the set that he made me. Oh my God, for the Final Faction, it lights up. Holy fucking cool. Absolutely, really, really cool. All right, what am I missing? All right. So let me just make sure. You have a purple one. There's collecting, then there's hoarding. Where is that line? Excellent question, Randall Wall. Love where you're going with that. There's hoarding. I think hoarding and collecting. I think hoarding, the difference is that hoarding is you just buy shit to buy shit. Like when I collect, that's like, oh, these are cool. Brent's did Mad Monster Party. They're really cool. I like those. I'm going to get them. As opposed to, hey, there's a fly figure with a Frankenstein in it and a gold coin. I'm like, it doesn't really apply to me. But if I was a hoarder, I think I would just buy it. Also, I think a little bit what you do with yourself. I mean, not everybody has a ton of space to put everything out, but do you just throw all your shit in boxes all over the place like you watch on TV with those crazies? Or do you actually do some organization? I'm trying to organize a little bit better. I'm trying to get, Rich, what was that? Organized. Organized. Trying to get organized. I've been telling these guys I've been watching Taxi Driver fucking every night for like the last fucking 18 years. I don't know why. I just love the movie. It's crazy. So I'm trying to get organized. So Buck's going to show me. Okay, excellent, Buck. Love that shit. Love that shit. All right, what else am I missing? Where's that line? Yes, Brent Stalls, thanks, Lou. You got me hooked on Mad Monster. The posted video. So, Thomas Sawyer, did you see Rich's or Dr. Durant Sanctum's video on the Mad Monster Party? It's fantastic. Wait a minute. So let me get the link for Rich's video. Let me get his YouTube page and put that up there. Johnny, how the hell is it you don't have the Mr. T doll? I thought you had everything. I thought you had everything. I know you don't have everything. So if you don't have the Mr. T doll, I'll bet you do not have the Michael Jackson doll. I bet you don't have I have an MC Hammer doll, but he's incomplete. I don't bet you have the MC Hammer doll. Oh, you do? You did see it? All right. Well, I'm going to put it up here anyway. So YouTube, because maybe some other people will watch this, haven't seen it yet. And it'll get them so hooked that Brent's going to be a millionaire because we're going to start sending everybody his way. But the Mad Monster Party stuff, just redonkulous, absolutely crazy. And I'm like, what is Rich doing here? Hold on, I'm trying to bring some stuff across. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, where is it? Here it is right here. Let me grab this. Okay, I'm going to pause this for a second. I'm going to grab the link, copy. I'm going to put it in here because it's a really good video. It's a really good video. You couldn't oh, you couldn't yeah, alright, so that is a bit that it's funny, I just said to Johnny, "You don't have them," and that's true, like, I don't know how Johnny does it, everything he has is, like, perfect, so I don't know, there you go, there's the link. Here's the link right here for Rich Durant's Rich Hurley's Dr. Durant's Mad Monster Party. Go check it out. So Johnny, the Mr. T figure is really cool. I got an MC Hammer figure from Buck. No, the Mr. T figure is it 12 inches or 13? Hold on, I got it on my Mego Like. Give me a second. I'll pull that up for you. If you guys haven't gone to mymegolike.com, you really should check it out. And he's made by Galoob. There's like 160 plus pages on here. 12-inch Mr. T. Okay, you were right, Thomas. So he's the 12-inch Mr. T figure. Guys, if you want to check that out, if you want to check out T, and there you can go find the Mr. T figure if you want, or you could just go to mymegolike.com and you could just find it there. All right, let's put his back so you guys can see that again. All right, yeah, the Mr. T figure is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Get rid of that. Okay. All right. What am I missing here? No, Mr. T. Did they make an 8-inch A-Team figure? To Chappie Ready? Two superheroes? Are they Amigo or Excellent. Daniel Cohen. These are very good questions. All right. So Daniel Cohen, let me type this out for you. Right. And you motherfucker, you speak Italian, so I don't want to hear that poorly spelled shit. So Chappie Ratty. Okay. Chappie Ratty, the Italian company. They had ties in with Bogie, Bogi. Okay. They did not do DC or Marvel superheroes, at least nothing I've ever found or anybody else has found. They have tongue bodies. They very much have tongue bodies. Dondi the Clown, Vader Abraham from Bogie, Dondi the Clown from Chappie Ratty, Pippo the Clown from Bogie, Danny Dare, Demo Man. Any of these figures have the tongue bodies. The bodies where the arms can go. They're not just hinged one way or elbows. They can go up. They got all kinds of shit. I can show you a 9-inch version of a tongue body that I have on one of those Action 8-Man figures that Danny Gates sent me, which is absolutely out of this world. Love it. But I will say this to you is that those tongue bodies came in full plastic, kind of like cheapish, kind of very light. They came in a very solid plastic with metal hinges, metal joints. And that's shit. If you hit your brother in the head with it, you would have busted his skull open. They were so hard. They've had them in several flavors. So Tong did a lot, and a lot of companies used their bodies. They were way more articulated than any Mego body or, you know, Lily Leedy or any of that stuff. But the charm for us as kids is that Mego was the mainstay, right? Not a ton of us were collecting Chappie Ratty or Bogie because they were overseas unless you lived there. But those are excellent questions. So, where do I get them? Yeah. So honestly, Dan Cohen, I mean, a lot of stuff's on eBay. I go to eBay. So Chappie Ratty, you got to spell it CEPPIRATTI, and that's Italian. If you if you use your browser and you translate everything, or you go to eBay Italy, or you can look here, they have some. Chappie Ratty comes out as rat strains. That's how it's translated. It's pretty funny. But there's other people in the community that call it Seppi Ratty, which is pretty sad. I was just thinking, so these people are posting things like, we know come to our knockoff group because we know the difference between Action 8-Man and Astro Apes, but they still call it Seppi Ratty. So you should learn, because in Italian, any vowel after a C is pronounced ch, like church. But CH in Italian is pronounced k, like K. And there's no K in the Italian alphabet. Matter of fact, the Italian alphabet, when I was a kid, unless it's changed, had only 23 letters. There was no K. There was no J, even though one of the most famous soccer teams is Juventus that begins with a J. Sometimes they write it with an I. What was it? It was A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, no, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. Oh, no W either. So no K, no W, right? No K, no W, and no J. There's 23 letters. Go figure. Yet they still have things that spell with a J in Italian, which is pretty funny. So I go on eBay and search for them. They're hard to find. If you want, Dan, I'll private message you some of the stuff. I actually got some figures, believe it or not. I got some figures from Dinosaur Dance and Milo sent them. Are you guys familiar with the Tong bodies? Does anybody want to see them? I could show you one if you want to see it while we're on here. Oh, you've got the BA Baracus. So hold on a second, Thomas. Sorry, there's an 8-inch BA Baracus figure? And you have a Mr. T with about 6 inches Randall Wall. That's interesting. Does anybody here, just curiously, because somebody was showing us, oh, I know, it was Roberto yesterday, Legati. So you guys remember they made, I don't know how big it was, 14 inches, 16 inches. I was just thinking about, they made a Inspector Gadget doll. And I did not realize until later that and I mean the movies were already past. When they did the movie with Matthew Broderick, they made a version of the Inspector Gadget doll with the Matthew Broderick kind of face as opposed to the cartoon one. They're pretty cool. My buddy has a complete one. They have all kinds of gadgets on them, if you will. It's pretty neat. It's actually pretty neat, if you will, if that makes any sense. All right, so let me see. Let me catch up here for a minute. Yes, there it is. Hold on. Mad Monster Party Part 2. Oh, no. Oh, wait. Rich, you're making a video or Brent's making more figures? Because right now I am tapped buying Brent's style. So, oh, you mean you're making a video. Okay, so I'm sorry. So I got it. So Dr. Durant Sanctum on YouTube is making a Mad Monster Party or a Mad Monster Potty because Rich is up north. Part 2 coming soon. That's excellent. This is very, very good. Yes, Buck sent me an MC Hammer dressed in a Donny Osmond suit. Rare shit. It is rare shit. That's true. Okay, so Rich, what are we posting? Rich, oh, that was me. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to put that. I was wrong. Sorry, that was not what I wanted to do. Okay. Okay, so that was me posting. So it's coming soon. Coming soon. Very excited for this. We're excited. Johnny's churning out videos like a madman. I don't know where Johnny's getting the time between all the stuff he does in life, his job, going to his son's basketball games, his family. Where the hell do you have time to do videos? I really don't know. I don't know how the hell I don't know how Johnny finds all that time to do it. Let's see. So, oh, Tony May came in. Tony's like, what the fuck? What do you mean, what the fuck? Mandalorian, brother. Mandalorian. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh, Tony, actually, you know, I said what I think he said, what the fuck, is he finally came in and caught me alive because he never does. You want to see one? All right, let me get a Tong body. Sorry, guys, I got to put this down. I am ill prepared. I'm going to get you guys a Tong body to see. Give me a moment. May I have a moment, please? I wish Sanchez was here to run the fucking commercials. All right. Okie dokie, I will show you today. All right, let's see what we got. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to keep up with what's coming up on the restream screen and then what's coming up on Facebook Live. Let's see what's coming up there, man. This is like a mishmash tonight. We got shit all over the place. We've gone in all kinds of areas. All right. All right, what am I missing? Perfect. Okay. All right, here we go. So this is a Danny Dare figure. He's 8 inches. He's in a karate outfit. He's basically a version. It's like another Action Jackson, right? So you can't really see too much from him, but he's plastic jointed. They also did a metal jointed, rivets and so on, squishy head. And you see him around. He also he was Johnny Muscle. He was Demo Man. He was Danny Dare. They're basically all the same figure. But this is what the body looks like, especially in the plastic version. And this one actually has a little bit of a problem with a pin pop. But this is what the body, I'm bringing this back. This is what the body looks like without any clothes. Now, this is an Action 8 Man on a Tong body, which is not the way they were made. They were actually made on the A-High style bodies, um, if you will, as they're made by A-High. But this is somebody knocked them off, and the head is about 1.5 times size of the other. But you could see, let's see. So we've got wrist. They've got, first of all, they've got that kind of finger pointing thing, like the Kojak Excel figure or the Excel Wild West figures, if you will. They got the finger pointing. The wrist, it's got jointed. It also can twist. I'm not twisting it because this is old. I don't want to break it. Elbow. Take a look. It also, if you take a look here with these right here, it can lift straight up. They could do the same thing with the legs. The legs have the same thing where you can actually go, and it could actually do a side kick. For those of you that are practicing your karate, this guy could do a side kick, and all kinds of pretty much. So that's basically the body. It's not the most attractive body, but it's pretty good. Now, usually the back of these are stamped Tong. This one's not stamped Tong because I'm pretty sure these guys stole their idea to make this figure since it's a knockoff of a knockoff. This one stamped. I don't know if this one is either, but usually they'll be stamped Tong Industries. But they also made that by, like, this is kind of a cheapy. Like, you can almost squish the plastic. They have ones that are incredible hard. I think I set the body to buck. Incredibly hard plastic with metal joints. Like, you could whip that thing across the room, run over with your car, and it's not breaking, kind of stuff. So there you go. I remember the Mego store. Judy sent me Tong wrestlers. Wow. Very, very cool. The Mego store. Sometimes eBay is great for the busy collector, but I love going to Thomas Sawyer. I love that comment. eBay's great for the busy collector, but I love going to antique shops and toy collector stores. 100% agree with you. The problem in New Jersey is I feel like, at least where we are, even I go north and a little bit south, is that all the toy collecting stores right here have been dried out. Everything's been sucked out of them. I don't know if they're selling on eBay, but I can't find them anymore. They're just disappeared. And we used to go to some really great ones like Outer Limits, and I think it was Clifton. I used to go with my buddy Frank, and we went all over the place, and we'd have fun. But now it's like you can't find them. And they used to have, like, you'd find A-High Action 8 Man, Astro Apes, you'd find monsters. You can't find shit anymore. Now it's like more modern stuff, and by modern I mean 90s and stuff, even though it's still old. Just not what it used to be. But I agree with you. I like that better. I like doing the in-person thing better than going to eBay, but sometimes you got to go there. Is that McRottens or MC Rottens had a version, Randall Wall? All right, Thomas Sawyer is going to post on Mega Like. Fantastic. Tony May, you're always late, but you're always welcome. The tongue body. Tongue. Tongue, not tongue. Wax on. Oh, you just posted. Good. My Action Jackson has metal rivets. Got him in the 70s. So, do you guys remember? I know we're like all over the place. So Action Jackson, they call it, what they buck, they call it the Type O body, where he basically has, plastic rivets and so on. Then they made the one with the metal rivets, which is the Type 1. And by plastic rivets, I mean, it looks like the original Mego, but in a plastic, Mego body in a plastic form. Then they did the Type 2, which was like the little bulkier one with the smaller pins and so on. And then I don't know what the other ones are. I do. I know. So they did some newer ones. I don't know what their model number is. I really don't know what they are. But I can tell you one thing. They're shorter than the other ones, and they snap off pretty easily. I make a joke. I make a joke. Hey, thank you, Buck. Thank you for stopping in, brother. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your information. Buck is an expert in the room. And what do you say? Hasta la taco. He's an expert in the room, so you can ask questions. A lot of experts in the room you can ask questions to. They can help answer some of those prevailing questions you may have. But yeah, so they had all those bodies. I have a couple of those, but it's really funny. Randall's saying he got the one with the metal rivets. Most of the ones that I have plastic rivets, and I bought them from other people or on eBay. I don't know why. They just happen to be just a crazy coincidence. I make a factual well, it is, they're shorter, but then again, we've been told that the original Migos were never really 8 inches tall, they're only 7 3/4. Okay, but 7 3/4 is closer to 8 inches than 7 1/4, isn't it? Or 7? Just kidding. I make a joke, you like it. Just kidding. Alright, anyway. So that's basically it. I think I'm gonna it's like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I was only supposed to do like 15 minutes. It's been an hour and a half. Holy shit. So let's say this. One, um, thank you all for coming and checking it out. Two, make sure you check out other people's stuff. You know, post your stuff at Migo like nobody's gonna give you any shit over it. Everybody's gonna love your stuff. Check out the other guys' YouTubes, Dr. Duran. Check out Johnny Shedrick's MIB Master Music. You want to see some crazy shit. Johnny's got some shit in there, unopened stuff. And Rich with Dr. Duran has some crazy stuff too, like stuff you just wouldn't even know. You could talk about other stuff in there. It's okay. Nobody's gonna smack you down. You're allowed. And apparently, I think Johnny can confirm this, that the doors to the Migo Ambassador Room have reopened, and they were offering Sanctum to any person that wants to join. I would never go back there for my own personal reasons. Doesn't mean you can't be in there and be in here. We don't care. But yeah, I think yesterday we had a little bit of a breakthrough to get people back in. So I hope everybody's enjoying themselves. Feel free to post whatever comments you like. Please check out the My Migo Like on YouTube. You can subscribe. I'm not trying to make money on it, not at all. It's just a good feeling when you see people coming in. But yeah, check out the lives. There's a lot of people doing lives now in our Facebook room, and be happy to. Please be happy. My God, I must be losing it. So please go check out other people's pages that are out there and check them out. There's the Final Factions Go Time that Gilbert Rodriguez put up. Oh my God, there's so many. There's so many pages. Please get out and check them out. And if you're not sure where to go, post a message at Migo Like and say, hey, give me some direction on where we go. Again, big thanks to the logo up in the top right corner, to some of the guys that are on here, and David Gunn for doing the final design of the Toy Room of Solitude. Man of ill repute. I did that logo, which is getting logoed up on all the stuff. On that, I hope you guys are doing really well. Enjoy your weekend. Please enjoy your weekend. It's going to somebody statements. What is it? Mine was brought up here. Get it? Free beer. Free beer. Sanctum from the Swinging Bologna. Awesome logo. It is an awesome logo. It's really funny. David Gunn did some of that and he worked it with some of the other guys, which is really fun. I like it. So we're stamping shit with that. You know, if you're going to put your logos up on stuff that you didn't invent and you're just stealing, trying to keep other people off it, well, guess what? Two can play at that game. No, I'm just kidding. It's just a joke. But no, seriousness, yeah. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate you guys coming in. Thank all you guys for being Amigo like. The room is growing. I know a bunch of you guys invited a bunch of your friends, which is cool. When we hit 600, I'm going to give something really cool away. Randall, I'm going to send you the Captain Canuck figure that I have because I don't want it. I know you know Captain Canuck is. I don't. I'm going to send it to you because you, sir, deserve good things in your life for being such a good guy. And then I still have a whole bunch of Migo guys to get rid of. Carded. They're all in really good shape. Some of them are even signed by Rachel Baker. If that has any interest for you. Logo on your new toy line. It's actually going on pictures are going up on my Migo like. Yeah. Long story. But put a little comedy into what we do here. But other than that, thanks you guys. Thanks for watching. I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Go finish watching the end of Kenobi and say peace, bitches. Have a good one.